Thanks for being part of our world. We're going to talk about how to make more money. Of the seven simple steps, the seven simple habits, number one is to make more money. And a lot of people think, well, I can't do the other steps because I don't make enough money. Well, guess what? We're going to change that. We're going to help you to make more money. So, step number one is to make more money with your job and with your small business. Now, all of you need a small business. Now, why do you need a small business? Well, you need a small business so that you can make more money and you can get some tax benefits. That's why that's so important. And so when we come here to the site, you'll notice on number two, make more money. There are a couple places here that you can come in here. So I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Okay, good. So here you come into number two, earn rewards, and then we're going to scroll down here to the make more money with the seven habits. Now, many of you people have children. You have younger kids and stuff like that. And so one of the things we want you to do is to go through the Money Made Easy program. The first class is, I'm just going to show you this real quick. The first class is 8 minutes long. And I taught my granddaughters this when they were 4 years of age. And it's going to come into here. There's my granddaughters. You can see how cute they are. They were only four, and I teach them the Money Made Easy system in 8 minutes. And we actually do it. We play with the money. But what's interesting is that about 5 minutes into it, they decided they didn't want to be on camera, so they get up and leave. They literally leave. But they come back for step number five, habit number five, which is to spend the money. So this is a brand new one that you have access to. This is probably one of the things. And again, this is not about you. This is about sharing with others and helping other people. I did that in one take because they ran off after that and we went to McDonald's and spent some of the money. But the key right here for many of you is to get through the seven habits, the seven simple habits, so that you can get really deep and understand what they are. And then, of course, you want to be able to go through the make more money with your job and small business. But what I want to do now is I want to have you go there. And when you come here, there's a couple of wonderful things that I want you to be able to go through. So when you click on it, um, of course, we want you to make more money. And one of the things that we do is we've worked together with an organization called the Academy for Creating Enterprise. And this is a group that's worldwide. They have 1,000 chapters and they do it face to face, toe to toe. So if you want to get together with a group of people that are like minded, that are running their small businesses, this is the one that I would send you to right here. Is you're going to go to the-academy right here.org. Now, in addition to that, we have some of their classes that we do digitally. And you can earn money when you go through the 25 rules of thumb, which is a great class. These are 3-minute videos, and each one of them has a rule for you to as your small business. This is the Side Hustle Secrets that we recorded with Kurt Mortensen. It's 101 small business ideas. If you don't have a small business, this will give you some ideas to do it. You're going to go through the detailed 25 steps here, which goes into more detail. It takes that 3-minute video and it expands it into the 25 ways that you can make more money. Then there's the whole course, the Academy for Creative Enterprise Small Business Start Now class. That's a wonderful course that's there. And the Grow Now. So once we get that baby started, how are we going to grow? So in step number one, habit number one is to make more money with your job and your small business. But step number six is to make more money with real estate and your big business. So in step one, we start a small business, but in step six, we want to make it a big business or a larger business. And that's where you go through for this one right here. And then, of course, if you want to find a local chapter, you go to the-academy.org. I'm so grateful to the founders of this. Steve and Betty Gibson are friends of ours. And talk about giving back. He's got thousands and thousands of students, and they do it face to face, toe to toe. They do it in small chapters. So I'd love to have you to be able to go there. But what I want to do for a minute is I want to kind of give you an overview of those, how to do the small business. As you know, in my companies, I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. And what I want to do is I want to take just a second here and just make sure that you kind of get what we're doing. So step number one, of course, is you got to make more money. And you're going to do that in two ways. You're going to do it with your job and you're going to do it with your small business. Now, some of you, your job is your small business. And Josh, that's okay. You can read that good?
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Okay. You're going to do that with your job and you're going to do that with your small business. Now, some of you's job is to work in your small business. So, small business is a very small business with a couple of employees, maybe, but it's really kind of small. The way you make more money is you have to study successful people. And we have hundreds of hours of online classes to teach you about successful people. And there's wonderful classes that you can go through. You need to solve problems, look for problems. We don't run away from problems, we find problems. And then we need to add value. You need to add more value that's out there. And if you'll do those things, you will make more money. Okay, that's the key is to make more money. And that's what really makes all of this information work. Now, number two is to separate it. So you want to make sure you separate it. You're going to manage that on one piece of paper and your phone. Okay, you got to separate it and run it. Number three is to give and share. Okay, we want you to give to others. Now, I don't care if you give time, I don't care if you give knowledge or money. It doesn't matter as long as you're giving, as long as you're helping other people. Number four, and we're going to go into more detail in another class, is to automatically invest. And then number five is to save and spend. Okay, so these are what you're going to do when you separate your money. You're going to separate it into three groups. Then number five, number six is to make more money with real estate and your big business. And I'm going to give you some places you can go through these wonderful classes. And then number seven, of course, is the wealth formula. You're going to take money from your job. You're going to take money from your small business. You're going to take money from your real estate. And you're going to put money into separate accounts to make it grow. You're going to take your profits. And you're going to do this over a period of time. And you're going to have that go up in value. It's not going to sit into your stinking checking account. You've got to go make your money work for you. It's got to go up in value times time. This is not an overnight thing. It's going to take a while to do it. We're going to grow a whole orchard of money trees. And to grow a whole orchard of trees, it's going to take time. And that's going to equal wealth. And it's going to equal generations. You can hand this down from generation to generation. That's what's key to what we do. Now, we want to spend just a minute and talk about how to make more money with your small business and with your big business. Okay, with your small business and big business. Now, the big thing I want you to learn about is in your small business, there are only three ways to grow it. Number one, you need to get more customers. Now, the sad part about that is most people think that's all they got to do and then they're done. Actually, that's only one of the three things. Number two is you need to get them to buy more often. You need to get them to buy more often. Is this customer buy once a year, twice a year, once a week, every day? If you can get them to buy more often, you're going to double, triple, or quadruple your gross revenue. And number three is to get them to buy more when they buy. So the first thing is we need more customers. We just need a lot more customers. Ding, 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 ding. We need more customers. Then we need them to buy more often. We're going to have them buy 2 times a month, 3 times a month, 5 times a month. How do I get them to buy more often? And then when they buy, we want you to spend more money. How do you spend more, get them to buy more stuff? And that is amazing because when you 2x something and then they're buying two times more, you are 4xing the value here. So if you've got one guy and these two times and they're only buying once a month and they only buy a little bit, well, that's not very much. But if you can 2x it and 2x it, it multiplies. If you can get them to 3x it and 3x it here, well, now it's nine because 3 times 3 equals 9. You've 9x the size of the business. And then if I can get two times as many clients in there, I've 18 times the business. So that's the key of how you've got to do it. Now, where are you going to get that information to be able to do it? Well, there's some wonderful material that's online. And of course, you can come here to the getting started and make more money with your job and your small business. But in addition to that, you can come over here to courses. And here's all the courses right here. And when you come down to the courses, there is a whole section on, let me just spin down there. Sorry, this will probably make you dizzy as you look how I'm going all the way down here. There's all the success stuff, guys. You got to study successful people. Well, here they are right here. Study successful people. And then on top of that, success and motivation, got to get you to go and make stuff happen. Personal development, wonderful materials there. Think and Grow Rich, and the magic of thinking big. These are introductory pieces to help you get going. And then we're going to get down here to the personal finance. So here's personal finance. Here's some stuff that you can learn about that. Make more money with your job. A lot of you guys need to make more money with your job. So in addition to those things on the Earn While You Learn, you can go to these courses and learn how to make more money. You've got to have a small business. And so the next step up from ACE is to study a business. This gentleman here, Michael Gerber, is a friend of mine. He worked with me when I was in my 20s, late 20s. I became the president of our company. We were doing about $7 million a year, and I was a 28-year-old kid. And I took that company from 28 to 35 million a year by simplifying and multiplying, by simplifying and multiplying, by simplifying and multiplying. And this is the guy that helped me do it. And this is the guy that taught me how to do it from a marketing point of view. So I'm good friends with both these people, Jay Abraham and Michael Gerber. And so we have some wonderful material there. And of course, here's your 25 rules of thumb again. So that is the real key of where you want to go, guys. You need to learn how to make more money. You got to learn how to make more money with your job. A lot of people shut down and they go, well, I can't do the 7 steps because I don't have enough money because all my money that comes in goes for living expenses. And you know what? It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. The governments of the world can't balance their budget. The United States of America can't balance its budget. Neither can China. Nobody can. They're in a race to print money, which is stupid. Now, there are countries that are not that way. Dubai, Norway, there's all kinds of countries that don't have this kind of debt, which is crazy. But the problem is that you're making money at a job, and that's the only income you have, and you need to get a better job, and you need to learn how to be a better job, and you need to solve bigger problems. You need to make more money. Rule number one, you got to make more money. And you do that by taking your skills, solving bigger problems, adding more value. And then when you do that, if your employer won't give you a raise, then you go find a new employer. Take those skills and take them someplace else. Take what you learned and take it someplace else. Now, I've had big businesses, and when the economy turns around and like we went to war in Iraq, whatever it was, it just killed some of these businesses. We had to right size the size of the employees because of what we were doing in revenue. And guess who we kept? We kept the people that were the most valuable. The people who weren't most valuable were the first people we let go. That's what you got to do is you got to become more valuable. So you need to become more valuable in that job. You need to start a small business for tax purposes. There's all kinds of tax reasons why you do it, but most important, you need it so that you can make more money. And the other reason is so you can teach your kids. You can teach your kids. All my kids have their own businesses now. They have their own investments. My job is to get it from me, out of my head, out of my world, and get it to them. And it's hard. It's not easy. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not easy. But every one of your kids are going to make, manage, and spend millions of dollars in a lifetime. We got to get them on that right road. Okay. So that's why that is so important to be able to do. So that's why you got to have a small business. And then our goal is to turn that into a large business, get that extra money, get it down into the wealth formula and have it grow. When I was just a kid, when I was about 14, I was helping my dad scrape the old paint off this house. It was next door to where I grew up. And it was hot and I wasn't having any fun. I says, Dad, can I get paid for doing this? And he goes, No, son, get back to work. Well, a little while later, I got the gumption to ask him again. And he says, son, he says, you know what? We bought this house so we'd have some extra money to put you kids through college. Now, did I really care about college at that time? No, I didn't. And then he could see that wasn't the answer I was looking at. And then he says, Son, do you know that some people make so much money off their small businesses, their real estate, and their investments that they don't have a job? All they do is manage those things. Well, that's your ultimate goal. That's step 7. That's habit 7. And that's where I'm taking you. And that's your ultimate goal is to have generational wealth that you can pass down to the kids. And more importantly, you got to pass down how to do it. They say shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves in 3 generations, or rice patty to rice patty in 3 generations. The first guy didn't have any money, so he learned how to make it. The second person expanded it. The third person spent it. And then they're right back to where they were, right back to being just not where they need to be. We want to create generational wealth. And the way we do that's with the money and the assets, but more importantly, it's with the knowledge. It's with the knowledge. So that's what you got to do. You've got to have a small business, and then our goal is to turn it into a large business and have that business running without you. That's in step 6. Add real estate and add a big business. And if you'll do that, you're on your way. And remember to learn, to earn, and return. Learn and return. Your job is to give this stuff away. Your job is to help other people. The only way you can get what you want out of life is help other people get what they want out of life. That's a quote by Zig Ziglar. Okay. The secret to living is giving, says Tony Robbins. So make a difference, make it happen. We're going to be right back. And we're going to teach you about investing because some of you are saying, well, I don't know what to do with investing. And that's the thing that's stopping me. So I'm going to teach you the simplicity of investing. It's got to fit on the back of an envelope. If it doesn't fit on the back of an envelope, it's too hard. So I'm going to teach you that next. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be right back.